Hey guys, DeBearsFan06 here, and today we have for you Darlings of May Fighter Breakdown. This Fighter Breakdown is going to be a little bit different than we've done before. This one actually has no comparisons in it, so this one's going to be just me talking about the actual fighters themselves. So first one we're going to talk about is Solda. That is the Sting 1 cooldown, so we're going to be talking about that one first. So let's go ahead and take a look. Here's where its base stats: 2660 HP, 2025 attack, 1381 defense, 1964 wisdom, 4958 agility. Overall, guys, this is a pretty bad Sting fighter. On the turn that it doesn't proc its Sting, it's going to have low attack, has low HP, which barely means any survivability. It has low defense, so it's not going to be able to take in a physical hit, low wisdom, no magical hit. Overall, guys, this one's really bad. You're looking at 595 agility superfuse fodder, and that's pretty much it. He's not going to have much value. There's a lot of agility fodder out there because they like to make a lot of Sting fighters. So this one's not going to be worth too much. Probably one of the worst fighters in this event so far. Next we have is Lido. Smash all, 3 cooldown. Biggest thing that hurts this guy is his 3 cooldown smash all. Doesn't really make him effective for anyone to use him, whether you're beginner, intermediate, advanced. Really, so far we got 2 super fuse fodders, but let's look at his base stats. Base stats: 4602 HP, 5263 attack, 2821 defense, 664 wisdom, 883 agility. Really, guys, another 631 attack superfuse fodder. Another superfuse fodder is what we got going for us here. Unfortunately, biggest letdown in this one: 3 cooldown. 3 cooldown at 5 out of 5 is a huge no-no. It's like, no, we don't go there. Value-wise, he'll have a little bit of value. It's not going to be too high. 631 attack fodder is okay nowadays. There's definitely typically a little bit better, but he'll have a little bit of value with it, so not bad. Next one we have is Belt, which is the Grim 2 cooldown. Unfortunately, we got a lot of long cooldowns here. And let's take a look at the base stats. Alright, so her base stats are 2682 HP, 4378 attack, 2227 defense, 3501 wisdom, 428 agility. Overall, she's really bad. Your best bet is attack fodder, and you're only looking at 525. So the value there is pretty low on her. These first 3 are really bad fighters, guys. Unfortunately, low cooldowns and low stats really hurt them. So you know how Dungeon is recently. It's a lot of superfuse fodder typically, especially for the first 3. They're typically really bad. But let's move on to the special ones here. So these ones are the ones with the dual abilities. High Tackle, they finally fixed his ability, which is good. One of the reasons why I waited a few days is because I want to know what all 3 of their abilities do. And it looks like they fixed Speed Freak, which was good. He definitely was not working right at first. So for Speed Freak, what he does is he has a 1 cooldown, rank 3 double skill, swaps agility for attack, hits attack power to hit and then run. Really, what he does is when he procs, he boosts up his agility. It's roughly 35% agility increase for each one, and then he stings. So then he attacks with his agility. So then he does a sting move and he hits kind of hard. He works basically like a Nurgle. Basically Nurgle, Ovo, Belsum, but he's not as good. He's not nearly even close to as good. He's like super beginner player, poor man's Nurgle. So you're looking at like really beginner into this. The 1 cooldown really hurts him. If it was no cooldown, it'd be pretty sweet, but sadly not. If you wanted to, he's 623 attack fodder, 646 agility fodder, but he'll have a little bit of value to some beginner players. So if you're intermediate or advanced, I would strongly suggest not getting him. If you're a really new player, he's definitely a poor man's Nurgle, which is kind of nice. So that's really nice about him, which was fairly good, I guess. So far out of the first four we talked about, he's clearly the best. Next we're going to move on to is Moloch. He has Bullwhip. Bullwhip, let's see. Wrote this stuff down. So this one's a really weird one. So really all it does is it works like Smash. So he does the Smash move, but typically Smash does like 100 to like 110% damage with some of the basic champions. for smash. What he does is he does bullwhip twice. So what he'll do is he'll attack a single target and then he'll attack another single target, but it only does like 50 to 60%. So really when you add that up 2 times, it's like 110%, except he splits it over 2 fighters in half. So really it's just kind of like smash, but the damage is split in half and divided between 2 people. It's kind of weird. Yes, he can proc an item. So if you have, let's say you have twin saw blades, he will do bullwhip, and then twin saw. So he can potentially attack 3 times, which is kind of cool. His biggest downside is the 2 cooldown. If he had a 1 cooldown, he'd be pretty good against the Scorpions and Raid Boss, which would be pretty awesome actually. But unfortunately 2 cooldown, so every 3 turns he's gonna do it. Kind of but this ability in the future, if they lower the cooldown, could be pretty good actually. As for this guy, in my opinion, it's not very good. The 2 cooldowns what kills him. What he will have value. He definitely will have value, and the reason why he'll have value is he's basically 749 attack fodder. So if people aren't using them, you're still going to be paying a premium for him for attack fodder. So this guy will have value at the end of the event. If you do have some, he will sell probably 20 bitters per, roughly, in my opinion, roughly. So if you do get him and you can't max them and you're not going to use them, definitely sell them. You'll get some money out of them to buy something useful. So that's really good. Last one we have is the cat Matadi. Matadi's interesting. I'm still not I don't know about him. We'll start off, he's 705 attack fodder, which no one will really use him for attack fodder in my opinion. What his move does is it does elite heal and elite in spirit. Now it's single target. So what this guy will do, he's on teams that use in spirit fighters, he will definitely replace them. His heal is a random target and his in spirit's a random target. So just like the other fighters, it's just random. If you're lucky, you get hit with it. The 1 cooldown's nice. The problem is he's probably going to have some value to him, so it'll be kind of expensive. And would it be worth replacing your current rare ones that you barely paid any bidders for one that adds potentially a heal in? Granted, the heal, yes, would be nice, but to replace, let's say, surround a Nurgle or an Ovo or something else of that nature with basically surroundings with this guy could get fairly expensive, which will, I mean, yes, if you have the bidders and you want to do it, yes, you can obviously do it. If this guy ends up being cheap, like cheap, I would definitely do it. But the Warlock Dungeon is pretty hard from what I've been reading. I haven't gone into Mission 4 yet. I usually save that for the next roundabout that we're coming up to. But I heard it's extremely hard, so it's going to make him a little bit more expensive because there will be less out there. But this guy, clearly, in my opinion, he's the best one of the event. Followed by this guy here for the attack fodder. And then, obviously, Speed Free comes in next. The other ones are just garbage. But overall, they're interesting moves, and I think there's definitely potential there. In the future, it could be really good. This one right here, the cat, in my opinion, is the only one that's worth being used as a fighter and not as superfuse fodder or just selling it. This one I see has potential and has use to it. This one I just don't see with the 2 cooldown. If it was 1, he would be 100 times better, which would be amazing. And this one I still don't see it yet. Only if you're brand new and you can't afford a Nurgle over something like that, this would be perfect for it. He'd be a perfect alternative, in my opinion. And then we got the top 3. They're obviously crap, and they're super fuse fodder. Alright guys, that is it for this fighter breakdown. Don't forget to like, subscribe, favorite, and share. And post in the comments too what you guys think. Later.